Hi everyone, Larry Nguyen with Summit Imaging here, and we have a special guest, Mike Busdicker. Would you introduce yourself?
Hi, it's great to be here with Larry. My name is Mike Busdicker. I'm currently the System Director of Clinical Engineering at Intermountain Healthcare.
And Mike's just helping us build content to share with the entire healthcare technology management community. And today, I think we actually asked, what was really one of the most key objectives that's driving 2018 for clinical engineering. And Mike, you mentioned that patient access is really a driving factor.
Correct. And I think when we look at it from the perspective of patient access in clinical engineering, the HTM field, a lot of people don't consider the patient access aspect being associated with clinical engineering or HTM. But really, if you look at it, patient care and treatment is what we're all striving for. And in order to accomplish that, we really need to make sure that equipment within our realm of responsibility within Intermountain Health, or within HTM or clinical engineering, is readily available for our patients to receive that patient care and treatment. So if the patient's coming in the morning, they're coming in the afternoon, they're coming in the evening, it doesn't make a difference when that treatment's going to be taking place. It's imperative for that equipment to be up and running and operational for them to receive that. So the availability of equipment, whether it's being serviced, whether it's fully operational, PM calibration, we need to make sure that equipment is ready and available for the patients to receive that treatment. So it really plays into patient access a lot.
So what we particularly love about that optic is it's hyper-focused on patient. And as such, it's a pretty stark difference relative to historical objectives that we've been hearing throughout the market, which is cutting costs and expenses, while still an important objective. I think you'd mentioned in one of your previous AMI blog posts that I think the question the market should be asking is, how are we caring for the patient? And that everything that the market is doing should be driving towards patient care. And so could you describe around that patient access on what are the things that you are doing here at Intermountain to fulfill that objective?
Absolutely. And let me kind of set the stage a little bit and talk about this. And I think in looking at patient access and looking at the patient themselves, I've been in this industry for 35 years now. And in 35 years, it's unfortunate our technology has advanced tremendously. But our mindset within the HTM field and servicing of equipment and servicing of medical equipment in particular has really not changed in that 35 years. What we're doing is we're continuing to look at, as an industry, whether it's an independent service organization, a third-party service provider, a manufacturer, an in-house program, we continue to look at protecting our own turf. And I think during that 35 years, we've really lost focus on the important piece of the entire healthcare industry, and that's the patient.
Exactly.
And if you really look at it, in the past, the healthcare industry has been focused on scheduling patients during what's best for us. We've gotten away from what's best for the patient. Maybe it's early morning appointments, maybe it's late afternoon appointments, and I think from an HTM industry, we've done the same thing. We're looking at protecting our turf, we're looking at driving down costs the best that we can, or generating revenue, instead of looking at what's best for the industry, and in the end, what's best for our patient.
Exactly.
So if our patients are starting to look at the cost of healthcare and they're making decisions on where they're going to go based on that cost or availability of appointments and equipment being available for them, as an industry, we really need to take a look at the accessibility of that equipment for our patients, not impacting, and I say not impacting quality, maintaining a high level of quality or improving quality, as well as doing it in the most cost-efficient method. And I think we can do that by collaborating, whether it's an ISO, third-party manufacturer, in-house program. There's a place for all of us in the market. Mm-hmm. But we've got to start focusing on working together to do what's best for our patient. We've lost sight of that.
Yeah, I agree. And that's why we love chatting with you, because the passion's obvious, the clarity is obvious, and from our perspective is playing a small role in the market in what we do, but always hyper focusing on really that patient. Patient care is everything. And now with the availability of information with the internet, the immediacy of information, the comprehensive information that's out there on all the costing, patients are now empowered to make their own decisions. And now with those decisions, that I think the entire HTM market and the healthcare market must adapt to. Now there's new demands because now they have a choice. And so I think that's so important for us to not lose sight of. Really, it's the patient at the end of the day. Care is really the priority for everybody in the supply chain. And just want to take a moment to say thank you for sitting down with us and talking about patient access. So this is Mike Busdicker, Intermountain. I'm Larry with Summit Imaging. And thank you so much for showing up, and thank you out there for watching. Bye.
Yes, thank you very much.